Alright guys, so today we are doing our color page. You should have already, oh that is not a cute C. You should have already labeled and defined your color page. What did you get for your definition of color? Does anyone have that handy? The definition sheet? Thank you, Noah. Excellent, thank you. So color is perceived by the way light reflects off a surface. So I just got that off of this little worksheet here. Or actually, no I did. Alright, document camera. Don't fail me. Cool. So, I just want to make this kind of pretty. Real quick. And one more. Where are you, blue? Alright guys, there are several ways to do this, but ultimately you need 12 little circles or shapes in a circle. I'm going to do mine by starting with an equilateral triangle, because that just helps me with my spacing. So draw your little triangle. And at each apex of the triangle, I'm going to draw a circle. So follow along with me. I'm also recording this, so if you get behind. If you already did your color page and you don't have room for this, just do this in your sketchbook. Alright, next I'm going to draw an inverted equilateral triangle. So this is going to, I'm going to dot it too. So it's going to kind of look like a Star of David. And then I'll put my circles here, here, here. I did, just so I know that those are my secondary colors. And we will be painting a color wheel as one of our projects this year. We'll get to play with mixing colors. Most classes change. There are some year long courses. Yeah, it's not. But there's art too. Ms. Thomas and Mr. L teach art too. And then I teach art 4 in AP art. There is a dog. Okay. There is an art 3, yes. I teach art 1. Ms. Thomas and Mr. L teach art 2. Mr. L teaches art 3, and I teach art 4 and AP art. Alright guys, so in between each of your circles you already drew, I want you to draw another circle. So that should be a total of 12. Yay, I can count. Then I'm going to label this like a clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock. So I just labeled this like a clock, 12 o'clock at the top. I did that the first time. Alright guys, so now we will start coloring. The first group we're going to color are your primary colors. And your primary colors, I'm going to write just right here. Can someone tell me the primary colors?
Red.
Red, good. What else? Yellow. And blue. These are your primary colors. You cannot make these colors. You have to buy them. Can't mix the colors to create them. That's why they're called primary first. So I'm kind of a color wheel snob. I like my color wheel to go in a certain order. It can go in the opposite direction, but it annoys me for it to be like that. So at 12 o'clock, we are going to color yellow. I'm also going to label this yellow. I know this isn't going to be the prettiest page, but functional, educational. So if I'm following this equilateral triangle, the upright one, my next position I'm going to color is position 4 o'clock, and I want to make this blue because that's one of my other primary colors. Blue. And I have a final corner on this, well, not corner, but apex on this triangle. At 8 o'clock, I am going to put my third primary color, which is red. So your Crayola color pencils should have all these colors. What are they, rocks? Alright guys, so those are our primary colors. Next we're going to tackle our secondary colors. Secondary. Oh, I forgot to write in blue and red. We get our secondary colors when we mix the two primary colors together. So when you mix yellow and blue together, what do you get?
Green.
Green. Very good. So green is one of our secondary colors. When you mix blue and red together,
I don't have my green.
okay, what do you get? Red and blue together make purple. Very good. Or violet. I call it violet in art, but purple is the same thing. And then finally, our next secondary color, when you mix red and yellow together, what do you get? Orange. Très bien. So, I'm going to have these colors. So, yellow and blue again together make green. So, at 2 o'clock, I'm going to have my green. So it's almost like color math. We're adding colors together. All right, our next combination, we're going to mix, hey, sure.
I was just wondering, with the sketch today, can you repeat what it was? I didn't get to hear.
Oh, you are drawing your hand.
Oh, I did that yesterday. What was I supposed to do yesterday?
Yesterday you're supposed to draw your hand. It's the same
Oh.
one, but I added the video today.
Okay.
And then I have an extension for that one. If you have a ballpoint pen and hand sanitizer that I'm going to show after this.
Alright, that's fine. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Alright guys, so when we mix red and blue together, we get violet. So at 6 o'clock, you're going to color violet, aka purple. And you'll notice that directly across from violet on the color wheel is yellow. These are called complementary colors when they're opposite from each other. We'll talk more about that later. Alright, our next secondary color is orange, and orange is made again when we mix red and yellow together. It's going to go at 10 o'clock. Orange. So you now have a color wheel with your primary colors and your secondary colors. Let's get crazy now and add our intermediate or tertiary colors. Intermediate means between. Intermediate colors. So these are going to be colors in between your primary and secondary colors. These have really long names, so I'm going to abbreviate. An intermediate color is between a primary and a secondary color. So in between yellow and green at 1 o'clock, we have yellow-green. Exactly. And this is going to look kind of like a lime green. So I'm just going to label this YG, yellow green.
Yoda's green.
Yoda is green. It's Yoda green.
Do you have a green scrubby pad? Do you have any of those scrunchy pads?
Look under the sink. Watch out for like spider webs and
Or roaches?
and snakes.
Oh, there are spider webs in there.
If you don't see it under that sink, look under the other two sinks. That's kind of where I'd stash them.
And there's a lot of them. Look at it.
All right, so if you have the Crayola pack, you should have a yellow green. Look, it even says yellow green on there for you. Boom. Yoda green. So at 1 o'clock, we have Yoda green, yellow green. I like that, Elle. That was good timing. You see anything other than spider webs? Look in those drawers too. Sometimes the other ones. Yes. It's 109. That's okay. Alright guys, so we have time for one more color. In between green and blue, we are going to have an intermediate color, blue-green. It's going to look teal-tastic, but we don't have that one in there. Nope, don't use sky blue, it's different. That's actually a tint of blue. But our blue-green is going to look like a turquoise or teal. If you have turquoise or teal, go for it, but most of you don't if you just have the ones I gave you. So you're going to layer your colors. You're going to put blue down, because that's the darker color, first, and then your green. So it'll look kind of turquoise, tealish. Alright guys, I want to finish these last few colors, so if you can just bear with me. My group, I'll give you a little 5-minute extension on our lunch. Yes? Yeah? No. No. Alright, so I have my blue-green. And that is an intermediate color. So in between violet and blue, what do you think that color is going to be called? It's going to be blue-violet. The primary color always goes first. No, it's violet. It's blue-violet. And this is going to look kind of indigo-ish. So I always like putting the darker color first. So I'm going to put the violet down. And this is going at 5 o'clock. And then I'm going to put the blue on top of it. Violet. Blue, violet. That's right. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to combine our red and our violet. We're going to add those together, and we're going to get red-violet, RV. And this will look kind of like a magenta. I'm going to put the violet down first because it's darker. And then the red. Red violet. Now, in between the red and the orange, you do have a colored pencil that's this color. I don't know why they decided that this one was, you know, going to get its own pencil, but I'll take it. So at 9 o'clock, you have red-orange, or roe, as I like to call them. What up, roe? Red-orange. And last but not least, we have yellow orange. And this would look like a light kind of tangerine color, but we're going to put the darker color, which is orange, down first. And then we're going to put our yellow on top of it. And this is at 11 o'clock. So, yellow, orange. And just to keep things crazy and interesting, in the center of the color wheel, you have a neutral gray. So, I'm going to... You can use your shading pencil. I'm just going to use my black pencil and press very lightly. Gray.
E or an A?
Either is acceptable, but I prefer A. Alright guys, and that is our color example. The only thing you need to do after that, and do the best you can to find small images, but you're going to find 2 magazine examples of color. My class, you're dismissed for lunch. Thank you. My guys at home, you're going to, after you've done this, you're going to cut out your magazine examples.
Yesterday I got 16 ketchups.
That is a lot of ketchup.
And I used most of them.
Yes.
Have you ever watched the movie?
No. I know what it is, and it's too scary for me.
It's not scary at all.
So here's one of my magazine cutout examples of color. And then I think I'll cut out oh, this is nice. And I found this. I'm going to just make it skinnier so it'll fit. Da-da-da. Color. And voila, you have your color page.